At least 450,000 people died in Colombia's nearly 6 decades of war, more than double the previous estimate. Another 121,000 more people went missing, nearly 5 times the previous estimate. The suffering, far worse than Colombians realized, documented in the final report of Colombia's Truth Commission. The commission released its report at a ceremony held in Bogotá on June 28th. The commission based its findings on interviews with more than 14,000 conflict victims, as well as former rebel fighters and military leaders. Having survived displacement and sexual violence during the conflict, Gladys Aristizabal is convinced that knowing the truth is one of the most important results of the peace agreement.
The goal was to find out the truth for the victims, to find out what happened in the conflict. Why was I displaced? Why did my loved ones disappear? Why did they take hostages? Why were we forced to pay money to support them? Why were they fighting for that territory?
With the documentation of atrocities committed during the conflict, many Colombians hope to build a better future. The commission proposed reforms, such as reviewing Colombia's war on drugs. The report concluded the drug war, supported by the United States, prolonged the country's civil war.
That we need to reform our security policy, and if we don't reform our drug policy, we will not have an out.
Colombia's President Iván Duque was not present at the ceremony and told local media he hoped the report would be unbiased. The Duque government was a vocal opponent of the peace deal. In contrast, President-elect Gustavo Petro, a former fighter with the M19 guerrilla group, attended.
Hay expectativas de la paz.
Commissioner Saúl Franco, who worked on the report, said having the government's active support is key to peace-building initiatives.
The president-elect, when he received the report from the Truth Commission, said he committed to presenting the conclusions and recommendations in his government's development plans. For me, this gives us hope.
Begue, CGTN, Bogotá, Colombia.